Welcome to my big backyard book club. This is my friend Ariel. Ariel, have you ever taken a trip with your grandma?
No.
Would you like to take a trip with your grandma?
Yes.
Yeah, where would you like to go?
Florida.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Would you like to go to the beach with your grandma in Florida? Oh, that'd be nice. Anyway, I have a book that's called A Trip with Grandma, and it's written and illustrated by Ruth Ohe. So here it goes. In all the world, there was only one Sprout, quite like Sprout. This is Flatmouse. He wants to be a construction worker, train conductor, airplane pilot when he grows up. Sprout liked big trucks. He liked long trains. Sprout liked seeing new places, but he had never been away without Mom and Dad before, not even for a sleepover. One day, the telephone rang. It was Grandma. She wanted to take Sprout and his big sister Clara on a trip to Bumpers Valley. That's where the tallest trees in the world are. It was a fair drive away, so the three of them would stay overnight in a hotel. Have you ever had a sleepover away from home, Ariel?
Yes.
Yeah? Where did you sleep?
At my grandma's house.
Oh, you did? And was it fun? Yeah, what did you do?
We got to feed the horses and feed the dogs.
Your grandma has horses and dogs? Lucky grandma, and lucky you for visiting your grandma. That sounds fun. Sprout was nervous. He loved his grandma, but he was more used to Mom and Dad. The big day arrived. Grandma pulled her car into the driveway. Sprout stuck close to Clara and Flatmouse. We'll make sure we phone home a lot, said Grandma. Mom and Dad might miss you otherwise. Clara, Sprout, and Grandma drove past fields and farms and cows. Flatmouse buried his nose in Sprout's shirt. Do you like to go for car rides?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you see a lot of things outside the window? What kind of things do you see when you go for a car ride?
The sky, grass, and some flowers and cars.
Yeah, there's lots to see. Shall we phone home? Said Grandma when they stopped for gas to tell them that we found double chocolate ice cream. Sprout nodded and reached for the phone. Clara, Sprout, and Grandma drove past a silver lake and a black forest. Sprout held Flatmouse up to the window so that Flatmouse could see too. Shall we phone home? Said Grandma when they stopped for a snack to tell them what we saw in the forest. Sprout nodded and reached for the phone. Flatmouse saw a deer. Clara, Sprout, and Grandma drove past 21 red cars, a giant moving tunnel, and a truck with 3 dogs sticking out of it, their ears waving. Do you ever play any games in the car?
No, but I do play with toys.
Oh, you play with toys? What kind of toys do you like to play with?
A music toy and my snake.
Oh, you have a snake toy too. And you like to read? And then they phoned home to tell Mom and Dad that they had reached their hotel in Bumpers Valley. We're gonna get dinner, said Clara to her parents. Someplace with dessert, added Sprout. Dinner was at a place with dancing chickens. Sprout scowled when he saw the waiter bring a booster seat. Oh, no thank you, said Grandma to the waiter. We won't be needing that. Sprout beamed. It can be for Flatmouse, he said. Once back at the hotel, it was time for bed. Sprout was nervous. Clara, Sprout, and Grandma brushed their teeth and read a story about a frog who wished to be kissed by a princess. Can we phone home? Asked Sprout, to tell them we're going to sleep. Grandma thought that was a fine idea. Sprout told Mom and Dad all about the dancing chickens. Mom and Dad laughed. Well, said Sprout, good night. Good night, said Mom and Dad. Love you. Love you too, said Sprout. Now, please wake me up if I start snoring, said Grandma, tucking them in. I don't want to keep you two from a good night's sleep. Grandma and Clara fell asleep right away. Sprout couldn't. He heard strange sounds coming from Grandma's bed. Do you know what snoring sounds like? What does it sound like?
Big and loud.
Big and loud? Can you try snoring right now?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to? Like that? That's how snoring sounds, right? Do you know if anybody in your family snores? Yeah, somebody snores? Who snores?
My dad.
Oh, you've heard him? Is it big and loud?
He snored last night.
Oh, he did? Did he keep you up?
No.
You fell asleep. Grandma, whispered Sprout, you're snoring. Grandma rolled over. The snoring stopped. Thank you for telling me, Sprout, murmured Grandma. Good night. Good night, whispered Sprout. A few minutes later, Sprout heard the sounds again. He went to Grandma's bed. Grandma, whispered Sprout, are you snoring? I must be, said Grandma, rolling over to face Sprout. Thanks for waking me. Good night. Love you. Love you too, said Sprout. Sprout didn't go back to bed. He looked at Grandma. Grandma, said Sprout, maybe I should sleep in your bed. That way I can tell you right away if you start snoring. Good idea, said Grandma, her eyes still shut. Sprout crawled in next to her and soon fell asleep. After breakfast the next day, it was time to see the giant trees of Bumpers Valley. Shall we phone home? Asked Grandma, and tell them we're off? No, said Sprout, hugging Grandma. Let's just go. The trees were huge. Clara, Sprout, and Grandma felt very small. Look how big those trees are. They're huge, eh? Trees are very quiet, said Sprout. Grandma agreed. They stayed until their stomachs grumbled. Time to eat, said Grandma. After lunch, it was time to drive back home. They stopped 2 times, once to get peaches for Mom, and again because Sprout saw the perfect flying pig for Dad. And then they were home. Grandma gave Sprout and Clara a goodbye hug. Thanks for coming with me, said Grandma. I really enjoyed being with you. Me too, said Sprout. When can we go again? The end. So, do you think Sprout had a good time with his grandma?
Yes.
I think so too. Every day you've got the need. Every day you've got to read. See you later. A Trip with Grandma is written and illustrated by Ruth Ohi and published by Enoch Press. To join my Big Backyard Book Club, log on to tvokids.com and click on the Big Backyard button.